I think that I'm glad that you kind of mentioned the whole the overlapping of getting a degree and like that being a waste.
Yeah, yeah,
And then like
exactly.
Green Party. I think as people, the way that society's been moving since the Industrial Revolution, we've stopped valuing our humanity. And
Yes.
I think that the Green Party and what they stand for and the way they're going about things, like obviously at the end of the day, every party is saying that, we care about the people. We care in the long run about the people. But the Green Party, the way their approach is real, actual showing that, hey, we care. You know what I mean? The bringing in, I think, like you said, with the humanities degrees, it's same thing where people will be like, that's a waste of money, it's a waste of a degree. But in reality, the work that is put into all of that, society is forever changing. People are forever changing. And to study and understand that is difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult. And the Green Party is the way that you're going about things, the way that you are involved in the community, you're aware and you're doing those difficult tasks. You're getting really like you're getting your hands dirty in the sense that you're going to the site. You're not sitting behind and going, I'm gonna do all these things. You're going to the site. And I think that's the most important part of it.
Yeah.
So I like that you kind of mentioned the overlapping. Same. I'm a sociology major and I'm a young person. I'm 20. I'm going to be 21 in 2 weeks from now. And I have a constant fear with my friends. I see what they're doing a couple years older. And they're broke. They're drowning in debt. They're starting their lives and they're starting it in debt. They are, another thing, we're not educated on any of this stuff in high school. It's basic, the way that we should be funding ourselves and how we should work. None of that is brought up, and then you get to school and it's just like, you don't know what you're doing. And then the housing crisis and then, everything that's happening in the world, all of it overlaps, all of it's connected. And I think the way that the Green Party is going, the way that your work is going to help us. I'm not saying that it's going to change things overnight, but it's the first one of the first real steps, and it all starts with that. Everyone talks about taking a step, but the real step is what really matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
Love it.
absolutely. Absolutely, I agree with you, and that is something that people don't understand, that we have to take that hard step. It's tough. The truth is sometimes very hard for people to understand, right? When you're being honest with them, because all the empty promises are kind of, they look nice, but in reality, the green approach is way much more sustainable. You will get there at a much more, you are sure to get to your destination. We are sure to grow as a society. We are sure to grow as a community, rather than being in a place where the same things just keep repeating themselves and the same people come and they take your vote and they they go and they come back. So people really need to think, during this election, do you want more of the same, or do you want to make that hard choice, that this is the place where I'm putting my vote because I want to invest in a party that would definitely represent my interest. This is the hard question of this election.
And like you said, it's about the sustainability of it too. Every party has an end goal. Everyone has, we're going to do this for you. We're going to do that for you. But it's a matter of, okay, how many people are you shooting in the leg to get there? And I think that the way that the Green Party's approach is, you're not shooting anyone in the leg. And that's how it should be. You know what I mean? And that's the biggest reason I think that I stand by you. And the biggest reason people need to acknowledge that, people are quick to understand what the end goal is and what they want, whatever their interests may be, whether it's even because we do live in a capitalist society and there are people who prefer, the economy over the environment. But overall, it's about okay, to get there, what are you going to do? Who are you hurting? Who are you not hurting? who are you acknowledging, And I think that everyone gets so focused on the end goal that they forget about the journey there. And on the way on there's so many like elements. And I think the way that the Green Party is going about it and the way that the plan is set up and the way that you acknowledge things, nobody's getting shot in the leg. And that's how it should be.
Naaz should be also running. You should both be running together. It's amazing, right? Yeah.
If I was old enough, I would. I don't even know. I don't know what the qualifications are, but man, do I want to get involved in politics.
Yeah, well, you're made for them, just like Felix, for sure. You're both just, mind-bogglingly inspiring and well-spoken, and it's a little bit intimidating, you two. But yeah, so Felix, Naaz just said something brilliant. I was actually going to ask, I know we'll wrap up soon, but I was wondering if, do you have 3 kids? Because I was wondering if getting into the Green Party too is about like guaranteeing that they have a future too, right? There's probably like quite a personal aspect to it, would you say?
Yes, there is definitely a personal aspect to it. Lately, if you've been observing the issues with 270 wildfires, seniors dying of the heat wave, and, just the fact that we don't even have a plan in place to address, the climate transformation and environmental issues, to me, that bothers me. Like, what kind of future are we going to, what kind of future are we really building? What are we leaving behind for our kids? Are we really being responsible? These things bothered me. That's why I said, you know what? I'm then looking at the Green Party. I was like, this is definitely a party that has those values that I believe in, and in doing something, not just for myself. It's not the selfish reason like you have with the others. It's about looking at the future. It's not just about me, but being with the Green Party is about thinking about others. What we will leave behind for others who are behind us. This is why I joined the Green Party, so the kids could have a much more better world, which is cleaner, way much more sustainable, way much more, equal. People are accepted, and in a way that actually that we think everyone is going to feel like they're part of that transition. And right now, I don't feel that with the other parties. Like I said, I've worked with them before. There is none that has really put a plank which is definitely addressing our future than the Green. I don't know any other party that is doing that right now, because they're all out there just to give you empty promises, which is just the same thing that we've been hearing for the previous years.
You're doing, again, the really difficult step of actually starting the change and getting things going. I think that's so key. So before we, I guess, say goodbye, but hopefully have a part 2, we should do this as often as possible. What would you say? I think you've basically said it, but if you had to give like the key message of your platform, what do you think the key message would be?
Well, the key message is that simple. Imagine the change that you want to create for the future.
Love it.
This is just what it is all about. Think about that. Look at your children in the eyes. If you're a young person, think about what you want, which party you want to align yourself with. If you are a small business owner, think about the type of business which you want to practice, the type of business opportunities that are ahead of us if green jobs are created, if the Greens are elected, if Greens are supported. If you think about that, I think that you will make the right choice. So it's that simple. Just imagine yourself in a place where, in a society which is way much more inclusive, much more supportive, and where we are building sustainable jobs. I think workers could definitely just truly align themselves with the Green Party.
Yeah, I think so too. It makes me think of, I think we've used this quotation somewhere about the imagination, but there's this cognitive scientist, Jim Davies. I just love him. And he says, imagine how the world might be better in both big and small ways. then go make it happen. And that's what you're doing. So I just think that's so phenomenal. Yes, we love you.
Thank you. We love you too. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for making time. And I don't know when this is going to be released, but go out and vote.
Yeah, vote. Vote green.
Go vote. Everyone, please. If you are eligible to vote, vote.
Yes,
and I think a big part of like voting, especially for young people, and it's not just like the Green Party, young people don't value voting that much. And that needs to happen. You need to encourage them to get out there and vote for the Green Party because future, we need it.
Yeah, future life. We want to continue to live. And yeah, no, this was absolutely wonderful. Love you both. And yeah, let's talk very soon.